Hey my fellow monsters, welcome to my channel. I'm Lydia, aka Mama Monster, and here we do everything horror. So today we are doing some more Scream content. We are ranking the opening scenes, which I'm really excited about. Next week we are ranking the Ghostface killers, which is going to be kind of hard, but intros and opening scenes can really set the tone for the film. Also, it can give the audience some knowledge on what is to come, and honestly, it can really make it or break it. But how do we feel about the Scream openings? If you'd like to hear my thoughts, grab a snack, maybe a drink, and let's get into it. So we're just going to jump right into it and start off with spot number 6, which goes to Scream 4. It's actually pretty crazy because if you've seen my franchise ranking, you would know that Scream 4 is actually at the top of my list, but the opening scene just doesn't hit exactly for me. I usually love these films even more with every watch, but with this opening scene, it really just does not do anything for me. You know, they did something different with faking us out with the stab openings. Maybe once would be okay, but doing it twice, after that, I kind of just lost interest. And then when it gets to the real part of the movie, that opening scene is just really quick, and I wish we had more time with it. I really don't care for the dialogue either. I did read that Kevin Williamson's first draft of this was actually a 15-minute opening with Neve Campbell and Ghostface going at it, and she ends up killing him. So I don't know if that would have worked better, but maybe not, because the dynamic of the movie probably would have been different, which, like I said, I loved the rest of the movie, so who knows. Spot number 5 goes to Scream 6. Don't get me wrong, I really do enjoy this film, but upon first watch, after leaving the theater, I felt a bit confused on how I felt about it, just because it was the opening scene that had me kind of on the fence. I do appreciate them doing something way different than we've got from the other films, but I do feel like it was underwhelming and it didn't give me that spooky, eerie feeling that I usually get from each film. As soon as she picked up the phone in the restaurant, my excitement and everything was built up just fell flat. It was pretty predictable in my opinion, but I will say I love seeing Samara Weaving in this, because her scream is chef's kiss. That dress was too. And since Scream 6 was set in New York, I loved how they paid tribute to that. They had Jason watching Friday the 13th. Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, which I thought was pretty cool. And also it's my favorite Jason. Spot number 4 goes to Scream 3. I like this opening scene because not only do they kill off a character that we've seen in the past 2 films, Cotton Weary, it shows that nobody's safe, but also we get introduced to the voice changer. We see Ghostface using Cotton Weary's voice to trick his girlfriend. Like I said, this gives us some knowledge on what to expect moving forward, which, you know, Ghostface is using the voice changer to imitate other characters in the film, which I really actually like that aspect of the movie. It's suspenseful, it's fun, I'm here for it. It's not the best, it's not the worst, so that's why it is in my 4th place. Spot number 3 goes to Scream from 2022. I absolutely love this opening scene. I've watched it so many times here on YouTube. Not only is Jenna Ortega great in this, but we also see how brutal Ghostface is, especially that kick to the ankle. I love that they played homage to the original Scream and how they had her talk about elevated horror as well. I do feel like the cloning of Amber's phone gave away that she's Ghostface, at least for me it did. So that's kind of the only downside about the opening scene for me, but other than that, I thoroughly enjoy it. Spot number 2 goes to Scream 2. Honestly, Scream 2 is so close to my number 1. This one is just so iconic. I love that they show Maureen in the beginning, played by Jada Pinkett Smith, her being scared to see the stab movie, and her boyfriend, played by Omar Epps, is like giving her shit about it. They have some banter going on. Obviously, if you're watching this, you are probably a horror fan. You know we love to go to the movies to watch films, but there's those times that something's really scary and you go to the concession stand or to the bathroom and it's really quiet and you're looking around and you're like, is someone like watching me? And I feel like they gave us that feeling so perfectly with this. Even they added some girls talking about how this film was actually based off some murders. So obviously she's scared. It's building up some tension. Also, I love that they have Jada Pinkett Smith and Omar Epps talking about black cinema as well.
Okay, I know my shit.
I just think having this opening scene in the theater is genius. A horror movie, everybody's dressed in costumes, and this girl is getting stabbed to death and nobody knows. How scary is that? And honestly, every time I watch it, I get the chills. Every time she gets on the stage, it gets quiet, she screams, just chills every time. Chaos and everything just adds to the atmosphere. I just love it so much. So we are now at my number one spot. Obviously, it goes to Scream from 1996. I can't help it. This opening is just so well done. It's not only my favorite opening in this franchise, but it's actually my favorite opening in all of horror. It is so good. Drew Barrymore is one of my favorite actresses, and I love that she threw out the idea to have her killed off instead of being the lead in this film. And that whole beginning scene, it is so creepy. The atmosphere with her being alone out in the middle of nowhere, just adds to every little moment in the film. The score hits perfectly with every scene, and I love the discourse between her and Ghostface. The way the tension is built from the time she answers the phone to her chasing. You get to see how Ghostface plays games, and honestly, if I was under pressure, I probably would say Jason too. Obviously, we know that Mrs. Voorhees is the killer in the original Friday the 13th, but when you think of Friday the 13th, you automatically think Jason. So under pressure, I probably would have said it too. Scream definitely changed the horror genre, and I just love this film so much. This opening scene, I can watch it over and over again and never get tired of it. And honestly, it is 13 minutes of perfection in my opinion. That is my ranking. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about how I would rank them. How would you guys rank? I would love to know. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload. My social media will be linked down below. I would love to have you over there, especially Instagram. It's always a great time meeting and chatting with new friends. So yeah, until next time. Bye.